I don't want to have really strong sounds right now because I don't want to overmodulate like normal. Da-na-na-na. Testing, testing. Bum-ba-ba-bum. Da-da-da-da-do. There's only one viewer, supposedly. Okay. Hello. Be there want more than one user. Oh, cool. It says I'm live. Sweet. In live in high definition. Have you guys heard of Postmates? Hello. I'll just shoot the shiza with you a little bit beforehand. Can bring puppies in. Yeah. If you guys have heard of Postmates, it's essentially a courier service. So if you needed something kind of random like note cards or something and you couldn't exactly go out and get it, like I don't have my car here, you would call Postmates or you would go through the application and say, hey, I need this thing. So in this case it was the webcam because I wanted to, do some videos for you guys and like non-crappy webcamage, onboard webcams. Anyway, so I used Postmates and there was a huge drama where they couldn't go to Target and accept the product under my name, and so that didn't work, so it ended up being $80 because I couldn't get the discount or whatever, and then by the time they came here, they added another $10 fee, and when they arrived with the webcam, there was this little thing on their app that said tip, and I'm like, wait a second, I paid a delivery charge, I paid a service fee, and now I'm paying like a tip on $100. I'm like, well, it's not your fault, so 20%. So that person, like, really, really had a nice tip. Postmates, you guys. Highly recommend it. Hey, everybody. Okay. I'm number 2 in the list. Am I everywhere I should be right now? I want to get the puppies in if you guys want. Yeah. So I have some pretty cool developments. I decided that I'm going to stay in Seattle for a bit. And since I've essentially been a nomad for 2 years, I'm going to have this place, like a total upper level of house. And my friends own the house, and they're going to San Francisco, and I'm coming to Seattle, so it's like a wonderful trade. In fact, if you look at this artwork, that's one of my friends who did that stuff over there. I'm going to move my head so it focuses. Yeah. I can even, oh yeah, and then it's reflecting like this terrible disorganization behind my head. Anyway, yeah, her name is Alex, and she's fantastic. I don't understand how people can be so good at art and yet so humble about it. If I could draw anything more than a stick figure, I'd be like, look at what I did! Pay me! Alright, cool, 54 viewers. I'm happy about this. How's everybody doing in IRC? Yeah, this is going to be a little slow to start because I want to make sure everybody's like in it to win it. And bring my puppies. I will only bring the dogs if you say bring the dogs. And then go, who let the dogs out? No, not exactly like that. Though my mom does love that song. It's kind of awkward to see someone over 60 be like, who let the dogs out? Please, Mom, I hope you're not listening to this and hearing that I just kind of gave you an elderly voice. Alright, cool, so the viewership's just going up. This is going to be recorded, so I'm stoked on that. Somebody asked me why do I continue to use Google Hangouts, and it's probably because I have momentary lapses of sanity and really like the concept of it, but not necessarily the execution. And if you guys have any other like streaming services that you recommend, please let me know, because I've tried Ustream. Could take it or leave it. Not really my favorite, so yeah. God, I look pale in this. I don't mind this camera though. Slides. Is that right? Okay, so if anybody is in the Google Hangout chat right now, if it looks like essentially just a bunch of comments, that's not where you're supposed to be. It's okay. I will respond to that, but not as fast because we got IRC, and, you know, IRC is nothing if not expedient, you know. So we're going to be doing that, and it's the Foonetic servers, and it's Nick's chat, so I think I already plugged that somewhere. Yeah, so if you just scroll on down, you'll see that I plugged that. Cool. Right on. So how's everybody doing? I'm just really excited that the call hasn't dropped yet. Like, this is amazing. So I'm going to give away prizes. I will show you some prizes. And let's see if I can get all the stuff here. I need another monitor. So now that I have a place, I'm going to get a monitor set up, and I'm just going to be like, bam, bam, bam. And I'm going to be able to get my rig out again that's like actually natively running Linux. I know I've been using a Mac, and every time I use it, I kind of want to like scream in agony. But that's not the point. I'm really excited. I'm really freaking excited, you guys, and I couldn't have done it without you. And so that's why I'm going to give back. Is this kind of off center to you? Anyway, I want to show you guys. Maybe this is too cute for y'all masculine, most of y'all masculine. So we'll see. So this is a company that I've been interfacing with. We'll use that word for a really long time. They're named Chiro, and they're based out of Japan. So there you go. I'm from Japan. Or I came from Japan recently, and then they contacted me, and they're like, "Hey, you just came from Japan. Can you like sell your products or sell our products for the first time ever in the U.S.?" Not to mention, this is Danbo. He's a character in anime, but also I would say one of my first pieces of advice would be potentially not having all the kanji, because that's kind of confusing. But at the same time, I'm giving this away, and this is one of the adorable statue-looking things. Sorry about the glare. But here is what I'm interested in as far as giving giveaways. I don't know about you, but my phone is a beast, and I need external battery chargers. This isn't mirrored for you guys, is it? It's just for me. Oh no! Quality is dropping. Delightful. Well, I guess I am streaming in HD. That's probably not good. You guys okay? Is everything all good? I don't want lag. Okay, well some people said no lag, so maybe I can continue babbling incoherently. Hello? Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. What? How is the stream very weak? Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I made sure. Okay, I'm gonna turn the let's see here. I'm gonna try to like turn it away from HD. How's that? Ooh. It's so blurry looking. What do you think about that, you guys? Is that better? Okay. So I guess we can't do like 1080 frickin' P. Okay. No lag with the quality. You know, I really like it so individual people can control like the quality settings on their end instead of me making it crappier. Alright. Sound is okay. Okay, so I could go back HD if you think that's better. Interesting. Yeah, you guys, thanks for letting me know about that. Okay, we're just doing a little test. This is just medium. And then this is HD. It's looking good for me. Yeah, Nixie pixelated. Yeah, 1720p. I don't know, you guys. I tried. Let me check. Auto HD. Disable HD. Auto HD. Okay. You know, if I just continually click ad infinitum, things work, right? That's what I've been teaching you guys for 6 years. Okay, if you guys can control the HD, non-HD thing on your end, awesome. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Suffield. Suffield. I've always kind of put your name in two separations. It's Suffield to me right now. Okay. Alright. Yeah, you guys can drop the quality if you want. I'm going to launch into it here. Yay, people are coming to Seattle. Let's hang out. I have no friends. Awesome. Okay, so here's some of the gifts that are coming into play. Since I was talking about Chiro, battery charger. It's adorable. Press this thing here. Tells you how much battery it has to charge, and see that there's a 2.1 amp. And come on, focus. You can do it. I have faith in you. Come on, little buddy. There we go. Oh, and that's why I like webcams a lot. Okay. Please let me know if there's an unbearable amount of lag, because that's not at all what I like. Or you guys could just close your eyes and listen to the monotony of my voice. Suffield. I see a distinct lack of puppies. Okay. I think. Oh, I've also extended the live stream to be like 2 hours, because last time it just automatically stopped recording and ended the chat, and I basically died 1,000 deaths. Anyway, puppies! We are going to talk about user privacy, I promise you. And we're going to do a giveaway ASAP. I'm just, yeah. Oh, yes, you. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Up, up. You guys are so tame right now. Come on. Come here. Oh, yeah, buddy. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. I'm giving you the rare opportunity of being on the bed. Goodbye, Emo. Come on, Emo. There we go. All right. Lots of motion happening right now. So how's everybody doing? We're consummate professionals at the moment. Yeah. So that blonde one is named Kaya. This little one that's like a puppy is a Shiba Inu. My old doggy that died when I was young was a Akita, so I'm super stoked that they have the curly butt doggies. And then that anxious one that's black that you can't really see, that I'm a kindred spirit with, his name is Laika. Like the space dog. The Russian space dog, I believe. But anyway. Yes, they're definitely like, what is happening? I don't understand. But yeah, there's 3 doggies. And it's about to get warm in here probably because there's no air conditioning in Seattle. So, we'll chill out. Yeah. Hopefully this is okay for you guys. It's looking pretty good for me. Yeah. I don't have to do anything now. Hey, Emo! Emo! Say hi! Come here! I don't know. It's just, you're just going to constantly see his butt. It's great. No, you can't have the doggies. No dojays. Bye-bye. Okay. So, I'm going to give out external battery charger right now. In fact, I'm going to broadcast the screen so you can see me pick from 812 people. And, yeah, let's just launch into it. What do you guys think? Yeah, they're pretty chill. It's hot right now, so it's like just relaxing, you know. All right, I got the Q&A. Nobody's really wrote on the Q&A too much. One person had wrote, "Would you rather be immortal or a time traveler?" I feel like Doctor Who would be the best in this case because he's sort of both in the way that he regenerates into new bodies. And I've always like been tired, especially now I've been tired of my body, and I kind of was thinking, hey, maybe I could just go into another one, no problem. Plus, haven't you always wondered what it'd be like to be a member of the opposite sex? Yeah. That was a question. Oh, I never actually selected to be immortal. This one. Select. Whoops. Okay. That was the question I just asked. 812 patrons. Yes, I thank you so very much. And I will be publishing this on the main channel because they're probably like, where's your video? Okay, so here's the thing about the video. I was in the middle of writing about how to protect your privacy, etc. and so on, and then I kept hearing from people like, well, why does this matter? Because I'm not doing anything wrong. So why does my privacy have to be protected? I don't get that. And so I'm like, no. And so I redid the video entirely. And, ow, you were on my foot. Hey, puppy, don't go under the bed. Yeah. So I redid the video entirely, and now I'm going to talk about what is privacy and why does it matter. So I'm working on that one now, and then I'm going to head on over to talk about how you can protect yourself. And of course, I'm not being endorsed to talk about any of the products and plugins. And EFF has released a new one recently, and I'm stoked to talk about that. Kind of teach you a little bit about that too. So, who's my favorite Doctor? 10th Doctor. Yeah, I unfortunately didn't get into watching the old fogey, so yeah, 10th Doctor for sure. All right. And then just to talk about a couple more questions here was, do you have wallpaper for us? And I just now got the high-res version. I had to get it sent from San Francisco, and it was like 18 gigs through the cloud. So I'm having even higher resolution, like of the photo shoot, the Girls of Geek photo shoot. So you can pick what you want for your ginormous monitors, because I know they're probably girthier and better than mine. So yeah, thanks for letting me know that the resolution still wasn't high enough for you guys. So I'm gonna send that on over as soon as I think about it. So. Okay. ADD and coffee. More privacy, all the privacy. Yep. So answered that one. And then just to talk a little bit more on Patreon, because I know it was kind of crazy with the shirt thing. Yes. Regardless of if you are able to find and reserve your shirt, just let me know and I'll cross-check it. There was kind of a miscommunication, I guess, with the t-shirt company, and I wanted to do individualized coupon codes and send them out to you guys individually, and they were like, no, it'll be so much easier if we have a link that everyone can access with $0 shirts. And I'm like, that seems like it's going to bite me in the ass, but okay. So yeah, feel free to send me an email at... Here, you can contact me if I can find these things. Is it plugging the links for you guys at all? No? Okay. Well, anyway, go to NixiePixel/contact, and, yeah, right, puppies? And then you can figure it out. I don't have to do anything. They can just be cute. Aw. Okay, cool. So, hopefully that answered your question about the t-shirt thing. I was really hoping it would. Okay, awesome. Don't worry about it if you're 20 minutes behind. We haven't even really started. That's why I made this 2 hours, so we could kind of shoot the shit for a bit and then do some giveaway stuff. So, speaking of giveaways, now that people are here, got 81 viewers, I am going to do a randomizer of the 812 people. So tell me if this screen sharing thing completely bites the bullet. Screen share. Let's see here. Start screen share. Oh no! Can you guys see that? Okay, so we're doing random selection for, I don't know if you guys have heard of the Humble Indie Bundle, or if you can hear me at all right now. Let me know if you can hear me. I am about to give away my first prize, and it only took a little bit of time. Okay. So, out of 812, the result is 136, and I'm going to head on over. Cool. Hey, Emo. Did he win 136? I'm going to head on over to my spreadsheet, and 136 is Fey Wolf, David Farbear. Is there a David Farbear in the house? David, where are you? Cool. Alright. Alrighty, well, I'm going to do it one more time since nobody admitted to winning the one of the Humble Indie Bundles. So Humble Indie Bundle is great. It's kind of like when indie developers, or sometimes they even do AAA titles, they allow their products to be sold in a package for a humble amount of money, and usually the Linux people give the most donation, so all the games that I'll be sending to you are going to be for Linux, but also for, you know, Mac and PC if you're still into that, which I completely understand. Okay. So how do we know our number? Oh, so I basically take that number and I count it up because I have a spreadsheet with 1 to 812, and so I just mark people who win through that spreadsheet of all the patrons. So like 136, but he wasn't here, so I'm going to do another one, and the winner of one of the Humble Bundles is... Survey says... Alright, Jerry. Is there a Jerry in the house? Yes, there is. He's even on IRC. Cool. Alright, so... do we have a Jerry967? Jerry967! You're getting a Humble Indie Bundle. One of them. And I will send you the key to download it. So I'm just going to basically contact these people individually. So this is going to be a giveaway. Hey. Cool. You are not a number, remember? Hey, I have to also give gifts to people who, like, didn't show up to the IRC, because that's only fair, right? So at least somebody... So, Jerry, you are in IRC and you won a Humble Indie Bundle. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Social Security numbers, awesome. Alright, and then... So next week, I'm going to go to PAX, and if I feel as good as I do today, I will cover it. If I don't, I'm sorry, I've been feeling really under the weather, you know, kind of like that, as you know. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. And let me know if you guys want me to cover any specific games. You know, the Penny Arcade Expo in Seattle is more of a fan affair, but yeah. Let's see. So you guys can't see the stream if you're on Wi-Fi. Yeah, you should be able to modify the stream's like fidelity. Yay, Jerry! I know you, Jerry. Hey, where y'all going? Chill. Puppy. I'm just waiting for something to get tore up right now. Oh, hello, Jerry. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Jerry is, he's fighting a battle. You can tell him about your battle. I'm not going to divulge that information, but I'm also pretty happy that you won, I've got to tell you. So, yeah. Good luck with everything. You can't leave. Come here, Leica. Come here. Come here, Leica. Okay. Hey, Leica, look at the old girl. Okay. Cool. So I got the IRC, I got my notes. Awesome. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but people seem to be... You guys are pretty savvy, and I commend you for that, but the insane amount of people that I've seen and talked to that are essentially like, yeah, I enjoy uploading all of my files and being able to share that information. You know, I trade that off with, you know, in exchange for my privacy, right? So people are like, I love to be able to email sensitive information to myself and stuff like that. And I do that. The convenience is the trade-off for the privacy issue, right? Does that make sense? To me, I get that. I get that, oh, I realize that Facebook has so many points of facial recognition and my name is, you know, public knowledge. However, you know, I still like to be able to have myself be tagged with my buddies in a drinking extravaganza, you know. But honestly, we don't have to sacrifice privacy for convenience. Like, there are PGP, there's GPG, you know, you can send emails securely, and you don't have to feel like you're completely hopeless in that regard. Like, you're good, and I want to teach you that, and that's why I really thank you for your patience regarding that. And I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about it. Because, I mean, you'll literally be kind of, it's contagious. Learning how much people know about us. All right. Cool. Yep, I'll continue to do some giveaways. I'm not going to make a huge deal out of it because I still want, you know, the content to be a thing. So, yeah. So you don't have to sacrifice convenience for privacy. But it still should be something that matters. Like, I don't know if you remember my failed hangout before, but I was thinking so many people that have Facebook, right? There are these terrible images that pop up now where it's like, what's your stripper name? So let's play a fun game right now. What is your stripper name? Okay, so how it goes, and just pretend you're on Facebook. You know, what's your stripper name? You put your first pet that you own's name, and the first street that you lived on, and that is your stripper name. So mine would be first pet, Flower, street name, Birch. So I'm Flower Birch, baby. So if you let me know what your stripper name is, I'm really excited to know, and I promise there's a point to this. Let me know what your stripper name is. It's probably a bit laggy, so I'll let the puppies out unless they're chill. They seem to be pretty chill. Yeah. Yeah, your stripper name. This is important. This is an example of what I see all the time on Facebook. But you still have the stripper name Arch Linux user. So it's the first pet that you've owned and the street lived on. So we have a Casey Cave. Ooh, that's even good. That's like a, you know, also an alliteration, right? I like that one. Null Monomoy. Yeah, okay. That's a good one. Cujo Hilltop. So we have a Casey Cates. I'm Flower Birch. Cujo Hilltop, Molly Fairview, Tequila Lion. These are all amazing stripper names. Yes, and also I was wondering, I see all these people just like putting in that information, and then I went to log into my bank, and one of the security questions was, what was your childhood pet's name? And I'm in the middle of writing Flower, and I'm like, wait a second. So essentially, Facebook is asking us our security questions for our bank. So thank you guys for participating in this. Hopefully you didn't answer the security questions, because then I would know that Seshu is Prancer, Connecticut, and Hyper Ouija is Dexter, Maramine. These are terrible stripper names, by the way. But yeah, so what you thought was sensitive information is actually being mined in the most noobish way possible just by doing that. So another thing. So those are your security questions. And honestly, I would, my first tip in this whole hangout would be answer your security questions as non sequiturs. Don't answer the question just because they asked you to. And for instance, number one most common security question is, what's your mother's maiden name? Okay, Facebook is the number one most used social media site out there, and they have an option where you can publicly disclose your maiden name. Because, you know, if I get married, I want to have my assumed name from my husband or whatever, and I want to have my maiden name there. So I'm just going to put that there with my face, and then you'll be able to recognize me. So you'll have my security question and my full name. Let's see what else we can do with that. Good job. People lie in security questions. You guys are awesome. Yeah. Aw, puppy. Look at that. See? You guys answer security questions? I'm going to let them out. Anyway, thank you for participating in the stripper name thing.
Hey, Liz. You want to head out? It's okay. Thank you for participating. Goodbye. Goodbye now. Whoop.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome, you guys. Somebody said my mother's name is Bitch, please. So yeah, you don't have to sacrifice convenience for privacy. I have to keep saying that over and over in my head because that's what I'm just going to continue teaching. For instance, I had a statistic that said 14 years ago, so in 2000, 100 billion photos were shot worldwide, right? But in 2010, only on Facebook, in 1 month, 2.5 billion photos were uploaded, and most of them were tagged. Also, these points, essentially, facial recognition is based on a series of points. It's a really, really interesting thing that in my next video, and also I'll kind of send a summary of the links that I want you guys to check out because I think it's really cool. Facial recognition is a fraction of a percent less accurate than we are as human beings in being like, hey, I know what that guy looks like. I'm able to identify him. So it's just that good. And so your name is, they've done studies where they've correlated, trying to remember, where they basically went up to in a college campus and they were like, here, can you fill out this survey? We're just going to take a quick webcam photo of you, you know. Can you fill out the survey? And while they were filling out this 5-minute survey, they sent that photo on a webcam, and it came back with, like, you know, photos from Facebook that they had pulled from Facebook. So it's like one of those things where you're like, okay, well, so, like, what's the big deal with that? It's not necessarily the malicious things that we should be worried about, but it's just the invasion of privacy in that. It could cause you to not get a job, for instance, like background checks, right? It's only one more step to be like, okay, and I also want the facial recognition data for my background check. And then before you know it, they'll know exactly how many keggers you went to and were tagged in, you know? So there's definite reasons to care about that. Absolutely. I think. I'm going to try to find a link for you guys to check out. Sorry if the stream is delayed, you guys. Yeah, if you click the live button, if it seems to be behind, it can skip ahead for you. Hopefully that's alright. Yeah. I'm just really happy the internet hasn't gone down, and thank you so much for being my patron, and even those who are not my patron right now that will be seeing this later, you know, I wouldn't have been able to do this without you, and I just really freaking appreciate it. So let's go back to facial recognition, shall we? Because we talk about anonymity being key, you know, so they're automatically able to take that facial recognition data And they have also been able to take names and associate them. Okay, let's see if we can follow this thought pattern here. So they've been able to get facial recognition data and associate that with names. So what happened in the study was they would recognize the face, find them in the kegger party or whatever, and say, hey, are you John Doe? And they're like, oh my god, I am John Doe. Whoa, dude. Like, interesting. So now we have that. We can associate faces to names. And recently, we've been able to, like certain intelligent agencies have been able to take those names alone and get social security numbers. So it's really not a far leap to think that we can take a photo of anyone on the street, match it up with facial recognition, and then get their social security numbers, which I don't know how many people are from the US right now. Social security numbers are kind of a big deal. It's not as bad as somebody like yanking your passport from your back pocket. If it's in your back pocket, it shouldn't be there, but still. But it's sensitive information, you know? So, yeah. All right. Have all these little. I just realized what the notes I kind of took for this is just basically explaining how we're screwed. It doesn't really tell us how to fix it yet, but just as far as like, could you believe this? You know, trying to probe your mind a little bit. All right. I think I'm gonna give away another thing, a big thing. All right. Show you this. I'm gonna give the big guy away right now and show you the link if I can. I love how my computer is chugging, and once I have my actual rig, stationary rig, non-laptop, it will be phenomenal. And maybe I could ask some of you mods to help me out, because that would be awesome. Okay, so I'm going to do some more giveaways. Screencast somehow. There we go. Alright, so, da-da-da! That's really small. I'm going to give away that. Thanks to Chiro. I really, really appreciate them for being so patient, and yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do the random number selector again. Yes, Adam says, may the odds be ever in my favor. Yeah. And there's also a very interesting thing I'll tell you in a bit. Okay. Cool. All right, so I'm actually just going to do a random assignment of all the people in IRC right now, because I actually want to get some definitive numbers here so I can be able to send that out to you guys. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can do it. God, I hope you can't hear the like grinding of my computer at the moment. Okay, so the winner, doing some randomization. 3 cheers for Chiro! Thank you. The winner of this 10,000 milliamp, I'm sorry, 10,400 milliamp that charges all the things except your laptop, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I have to count manually because I'm a terrible person. Okay. Oh, hey, Dwarf Man. You are the lucky winner. Please tell me, Dwarf Man. I hope he's still here, Dwarf Man 367. You won. You've won a brand new car. You've won. Oh, right. That's embarrassing. No, Google. I'm not answering the t-shirt question. You're terrible. How do I clear that? unanswered questions. Okay, well, it shouldn't still. But anyway, cool. My roommates are talking. You won. Ta-da-da-da. Okay, cool, he responded. Please give me your address information in the IM, and yes, I will send that to you. Please don't be from outside of the United States because I will go broke, but it's okay.
Oh, everybody said congrats.
Yay! Cool. I think I like giving away to the list on IRC a little bit better since there's actually response. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So I don't know if it's breaking up the continuity of things by continuing to talk about this sort of stuff, but I also was thinking the other day, how secure is our 3G and 4G networks? I was thinking somebody I know was like on 3G network, and I'd gone to DEF CON 2 years before, and the person I was with was like, do not turn on your phone for any reason whatsoever, and if you do need the internet on your laptop, make sure you SSH and proxy and do all the things. And I'm like, okay, that's serious business, but why shouldn't I turn on my phone? And I'm thinking, okay, well, 3G and 4G internet is essentially like an unsecured connection, right? It's like you don't have to enter a password. So one could theorize that it could be relatively easy to get on in there. There have been really no security studies showing how locked down 3G is, or wireless networks for, mobile devices. So it's entirely possible that there's no way to secure it. Dun dun dun. So maybe I would caution you guys against going through 3G and doing like banking stuff on your phone, regardless of how convenient it is to be able to take a snapshot of your check and deposit it immediately. So just use Wi-Fi that you can secure for that, I would say.
That's just my advice. So, yeah.
Let's
go back to the chat. Back to the chat.
Yeah. Nocturnal says in DEF CON, just assume that you will be pwned. Apparently my name was mentioned in their Hacker Jeopardy this year. Awesome. Hey, you can't pretend to be Dwarf Man when you're not. How dare you? Cool. Yeah, does it actually still show that stupid question? It's like, hello about the t-shirts. I swear I'm not just plugging my t-shirts. That would give me a sad. Okay. Alrighty. We have, so Asafield said that 3G and 4G are actually encrypted over the air, but it's not very good. And then, of course, James said NSA and FBI use microtowers to do man-in-the-middles on 3G and 4G, which would be entirely expected. So, yeah. Do you guys remember when you first started, like, potentially, maybe, allegedly torrenting things? And you were like, okay, well, what do I do so I don't get in trouble? Because, like, my IP address is, like, apparently the most identifiable thing that people could possibly get, right? I remember, like, just doing proxies, all the proxies all the time, and I was like, haha, you can't tell, I'm in London. Oh, it still shows the question? Oh my god, you guys. Well, hopefully you've just consistently ignored it. No, it must be a bug because I can't click answered on it. Maybe if I just click answered for all of them. It shows it as an answered question, so yeah. So it must just be a bug. Yay! Google never has bugs. What are you talking about? So, okay, maybe I can select it and then answer it. How's that? Did that work? Cool. Okay, so apparently the encryption algorithm for 3G was completely destroyed in 2010. So then you can break it in a number of hours, and that's probably not without, and that's probably just with one computer. Okay, so thank you, Keith, for bringing up a topic of my next discussion, because I really love this device, and I found out about it at DEF CON last year. So he said actually, generally, it's easier. There's easier ways to sniff on cell phone data. So I've been really interested in packet sniffers. So everybody, I think, at one time or another has played around with Wireshark because it's fun, especially when you're like, okay, I'm really bored in this coffee shop with unsecured wireless, and I can't really do anything because it's unsecured wireless, so I'm just gonna sniff all the packets, you know. So at DEF CON last year, I saw this amazing talk. I believe his name is Brendan O'Connor, right? Where he's a law student, and also he makes these incredible little untraceable wireless sniffers, right? So it's has passive wireless on it. So it's has a little Raspberry Pi, and it's a tiny box. Actually, I can just show it to you, so I don't have to be ridiculous. Let's see how I do this. Yeah, Wireshark. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, okay. So this is what I was going to talk to you guys about, because I was really stoked on it. Can you guys see it at all? So yeah, so this is the F-bomb, and I think it's the falling ballistically launched object that makes backdoors, or something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And so it has inside that little box, it has a Raspberry Pi. You got USB storage, 2 wireless cards, and then I think it runs Debian, right? So and then all of its UI, I'm going to try to get back here. I'm pretty excited to try this out. Wi-Fi pineapples. Yeah, Wi-Fi pineapple is made by one of my buddies, Darren. And it also, really sad thing happened was at this DEF CON, the Wi-Fi pineapple got hacked. So the BIOS, or when you initially start it, it just was this ode to zero cool and crash override, which if you've ever seen the movie Hackers, you would know. So Darren released an update that was okay, so Wi-Fi pineapple now with improved vulnerability fixes. Thank you, DEF CON. Anyway, so about the F-bomb, about those little boxes that I showed you, the really cool thing about it is, so it runs Debian, and I feel like I would want to get my hands on this, and hopefully he'll be able to provide me one, or maybe I'll buy one. I think it's $300 if it's all made. The cool thing about it is there's no custom circuit boards, so a lot of times with these things they're more custom, so it's really, really easy to trace. And if we know anything about security research, it's that NSA hates it. So I definitely want to try it, but I don't want to be able, I don't want to essentially be abducted and never able to talk to you guys again. And then for the UI, it uses Unity, and I've talked countless amounts of hours on that. So yeah, I'm really stoked to try out the Creepy Doll is one of them, and the F-bomb. I'm really excited for that. Yeah. So essentially, yeah. I wonder if I can go through it and kind of explain it even more in detail. But oh yeah, so it costs him $57, but I think he charges a little bit extra. Yeah. So yeah, and I think it also uses Tor, because if you know anything about Tor, that's another misconception that I'd like to clear up, is that people think that Tor for some reason makes them secure, but it's not really the point. The point is more to overload like the network with all sorts of data to make it more anonymous, right? But it, you know, don't assume that you can't be tracked if you use Tor. That's just silly. Anyway. Yeah. So I want to get a creepy doll, and yeah, I think I'm like wrapping up already. How has Patreon been so far for you guys? I'm always like obsessed with actually having emails get to you. I don't know if it works or not. I'm kind of nervous on it. Oh, did I stop sharing that? Yeah. Nope, I don't need any probing that I don't ask for. Grandmaster Tux said, you don't want to be probed by the FBI. Yeah. So that's a very good question. How come I've never bothered installing Linux on my Mac? That's not necessarily the case. I did try at one point, and I got essentially freaked out because it's not really it was a gift, the laptop, and from essentially an ex, and I don't really want to have to ask for the registration information and stuff like that if the operating system decides to bite the bullet. Oh, cool. Okay, I'm really glad you guys are getting emails from Patreon. Yeah, so I tried to add myself as a patron, and it essentially was like wouldn't let me view my own. It wouldn't let me view my own posts. So, because I wasn't like a higher enough level patron. So yeah. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are enjoying Patreon. I would say the back end is a little rough on me, but that's the risk that I took with going with a startup company, so let me clue you, right? Cool. Yeah, and also those who may be watching this now delayed that aren't patrons, you can follow me. You don't actually have to give any money for that, and certain things are more rewards, but that's no big deal. Like, I'm trying to give the love to all the people, and you also help me pay my rent now, so I'm really excited about that. I have a couple more sponsors. I may do some more sponsored stuff because, you know, I do have to fulfill that level of obligation. And one of them, I'm actually planning on giving them their money back because I feel like I don't necessarily need it, and you guys are awesome. So yeah. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to do a little plug of my Patreon, because I will be posting this to people who aren't patrons, and I kind of wanted to show them that you can follow without actually worrying about paying, like, you know, so it's not like this exclusive club, if you will. Like this. I'm going to change my video too. I have to change my thank you video. Be much better. Okay. So it might not work because I'm actually on my own one. So let me do private window. Can you guys see that private window? Probably not. Nope. Okay. Now you see me? Now you don't. Okay. There we go. Private window. Cool. Also, private browsing is still kind of trackable, but that'll be in my next video. Alright. Awesome, guys. So see that little button right there? You don't have to worry about pledging anything. You can just click that follow button. And then it'll have you do all the things. And of course, I would suggest making your own email and password, but you can totally log in through Facebook, especially if you have dual factor off, because, yeah. And then you'll be able to see, once you follow me, you'll be able to see the updates that I have that are public, which are actually kind of a lot. And, you know, there are some that are just for patrons only, but, you know, and some people have been chatting that are only patrons that want to talk to other patrons, but you know what? It's totally cool. It's definitely more collaborative than you may initially think, so please come and enjoy. Alright, cool. Well, we've ran about the time that I was planning on, so if you guys have any other questions, I'm just going to take a minute and look at the Q&A. You can ask them if you'd like. Um, yeah, Grandmaster Tuck said, doesn't that defeat the purpose of Patreon, though? Are you talking about not having to pay for it in order to have access to it? Because it's essentially different rewards are fulfilled at different levels, but I didn't want to cut people out from it entirely, so I've definitely created posts that are public too. So that's basically what I was trying to say. Alrighty. Cool. I'm glad you guys are getting the emails for sure. And yeah. Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, so just to give you an update, I have a, I don't know if you guys remember this. Where'd it go? I had a video camera. I'd like to go away from doing the DSLRs because it's hard for me being one person. I essentially have to like set it up and then focus it and then like try to look at close-up shots of my teeth to make sure it's focused and stuff, and so it's just like, it's not my favorite. Oh, and as far as getting t-shirts, no, it's really cost prohibitive to send a like $20 t-shirt every month. That would essentially make it so there's no donation at all to me, so that would be really rough. It's just one, you can definitely move your pledge level down, but yeah, it's just one t-shirt. So yeah. I actually I'm digging on Patreon because I'm finding a lot of other talent that's like have really great value for communities but can't like afford to put, bread on the table. So like I love to be able to also pitch in. You can check out the people that I donate to. Yeah. Oh, also I'm gonna give out those 20 free t-shirts too. So look forward to that. Gotta save my Patreon though for that one, but it's all good. You guys are cool. Okay. So yeah, I think I just like went through all that real quick. But essentially, my upcoming videos are going to be why you should care about privacy, what it really means, and yeah, and how to actually ensure that you're secure, or that you're not being snooped on, at least, and that's important. You don't necessarily have to be doing anything wrong to not want to have people spy on you. It's like saying I don't care about being naked in front of my window for all my neighbors to see and potentially record me because I like the way my body looks or something. That might be true. Still. Anyway. Alright, you guys. It's about that time. What's coming up? I'll post a video about what's coming up that I want to get more into mobile, more into privacy rights, and then do a little bit more tutorials. So, yay! I have a place to live. Just really excited about that. Alright, and I'm also going to do more giveaways, but I think I might do even more of them when I have a mod that can kind of field questions and stuff like that. Yeah, and I'll also send out some people who comment in this video once it's on YouTube. I will be contacting you to give you some stuff too, because seriously, we're all just one big happy family, aren't we? I would try to get the dogs back in here, but maybe I could get one. Who knows? Yeah, the I've got nothing to hide thing is a really crappy excuse to give up all your privacy. Yeah. Okay, so I hope you guys look forward to my video coming up, and yeah, thank you for congratulating me on the house. It's like, you'd think if I'm almost 30 that it would be about freaking time, so I'm just really excited to be able to have my kitties again, and to get all the health stuff squared away, definitely, yeah. So, Yep, and we're also like I'm also planning to do bigger and better things, and that's where Patreon is taking us. We have that collaborative document, and there are. I essentially want to be myosalt.com and I believe it was osalt.net, because I don't know if you've noticed, but there's just really no place to find good free open source software, like actual reviews. I don't know if you've seen like the Wine, if you've been on Wine's website, and you can see like the compatibility list and stuff like that. It'd be good to know also what that's like on open source software, like what version of Linux were you running when you're doing like those reviews, and say, oh, I'm using, Beefy Miracle, and I'm checking out Cinelera, and it sort of works, or it works wonders, and I just want there to be a place where people can go that's like a consistent message and a consistent resource for people that are looking for open source alternatives, right? So, anyway, all this stuff is going to come into fruition. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for coming. Puppy, say goodbye. Oh, I will write back to some of you in IRC. Take it easy.